hanging out. Is a cat bothering all you down there? You see him yet?
I've seen him quite a few times already. I could get him on the show right now. I think he's being a little lazy. I think he should call in too.
Nah, he's
just wandering around bothering all the players, but it looks good.
So, Kiz, it seems like just from kind of the other media folks around St. Louis, it seems like everybody got down there this weekend. A lot of them started showing up Sunday and Monday. Be honest, because I know you love the media, but isn't it more fun when you can just go down there and kind of do your thing, and now you got 20 people down there just kind of taking pictures and video and just kind of bothering you guys a little bit?
It's not too bad. I like when the media gets down early, so I can kind of knock out some interviews and do that sort of thing before we get actually started with playing games down here in spring training. So I like kind of knocking it out early, getting it done.
So what do you got going today, man? Like, is everybody there? Like, are you guys ramping everything up?
Yeah, today is still a voluntary, optional day, however you want to call it. We do have some bullpens today, so I'll be catching a little bit, hitting in the cage. Nothing quote-unquote organized. So it's kind of just, the last off-season day. Just show up, get your work, go home, enjoy Valentine's Day, and then show up tomorrow ready to go because tomorrow's the first actual day of practice. So still pretty laid back, just show up, get your work, like I said, and get out.
So, Kiz, I saw yesterday Flaherty threw a bullpen. Any new guys that you hadn't caught in a while that have shown up now and have thrown to you in the last couple of days?
I actually didn't catch any bullpens yesterday, but I'm sure I'll probably start catching everybody here starting probably today, tomorrow for sure. I'm scheduled to catch one of our prospects today, Graceffo. I haven't caught him yet, but I've heard that he's pretty good talent and could be a guy that, might help us out even, this year in the big league. So I'm excited to kind of catch him today and see what he's got.
So, tell us about, Adam Wainwright did a kind of a long media session yesterday. I know he doesn't want to talk about this being potentially his final season. We don't know that for sure. But, is this something also where you kind of savor your last year with Adam Wainwright? He's been such a great Cardinal, such a great pro, and kind of just soaking up that last year, which you guys kind of did last year as well with Yadi and Albert.
Yeah, absolutely. He's such a great Cardinal, Waino, and such a great leader and such a great player on and off the field. And if this is his last year, I always say if, because he always seems to, have a couple extra bullets left. It is going to be nice to enjoy it with him, learn as much as I can, and just be around one of the great Cardinal players of all time.
Kiz, you're there. Wilson Contreras rolling in, getting his first camp underway. What's that been like with you? Helping to bring a new catcher in, new teammate, getting him up to speed on some of the guys that are on the staff there. What's it been like? Starting to share the room with him too.
Oh, it's been great. I think the number one thing is communication, and that's such a big thing between pitchers and catchers, but especially between two catchers, especially a guy that's coming in trying to learn a new staff. Although he is, I'm sure, familiar in a way with our pitching staff because he's been facing them for years now. But the key is that communication and just talking through, what guys like to throw in certain counts. What are their best pitches? What are they working on? And, et cetera, et cetera. So, like I said, communication's a big thing and looking forward to working with them.
And, Kiz, give us your take on the World Baseball Classic. It seems like there's a lot of excitement for that this year. And, 19 Cardinal players going to play for different teams. And it seems like a cool opportunity not just for those guys, but if you have the Goldies and Arenados of the world, and if these teams run deep, they could be gone for, I think it's 28 days. That's a lot of other at-bats and opportunities for young guys to prove themselves in Jupiter while those guys are playing.
Yeah, WBC is great for the game of baseball. It's high energy. You get some of the best players from across the world competing against each other. So it's just overall great for the game. I think this year, maybe more than ever, I think the country is really kind of balled out with their rosters. There's some really, really big name guys playing and representing their country. So it's going to be exciting to watch. But definitely, like you said, there's going to be opportunity for guys that don't usually get big league at bats to get some time and get some experience. So I think it's good for the young guys to kind of speed up that learning process, and it's something I benefited from years ago with Yachty playing. Being able to get in and get some extra at bats in big league camp. So it's just something that that younger generation of Cardinal players will be able to benefit from and grow from.
Kiz, yesterday Major League Baseball made it permanent that beginning in the 10th inning, the runner's going to be put on second base to try to speed up the conclusion of these games. It's something that obviously most guys, it's been implemented in the minor leagues for a long time. But how do you guys feel about that at the major league level? I know fans might have a different perspective than you guys.
I don't want to speak for all major league players, but for me, I like the rule. I think I don't want to say speeding up the finish of the game, but just making sure games don't drag on to 18 innings. I think that's a good thing, because when that happens, there's so many roster moves and certain things happen with control of players too. That's a different aspect a lot of people don't think about. When you have long extra inning games and you use up all your middle relievers and guys are cash in the bullpen, if you have options, that could be something that you get option from and bring up a fresh arm. So I think overall, I think it's a good rule. I think it, not to say speeds up games, but it helps get the games over with without really any excess dragging on.
So, Kiz, what'd you guys do for Super Bowl? Was there a big team party? Where'd you watch it? What'd you think of the game? Rihanna, the commercials, all that?
No big party. Me and my girlfriend just watched it. I thought it was a good game. Obviously, it was exciting down to the last second, which is always fun to watch. I don't want to get into, was it a holding call? Down there, was it a part of the script? There's, a lot of debates going on. But it was an exciting game. I thought the halftime performance was great. Rihanna's got a lot of good songs to sing. I thought it was pretty high energy, and overall, I think it was a great Super Bowl.
So, Kiz, because you brought it up, I have to ask now: do Major League Baseball players also get a script? Because it was
if you had,
who was the football player on the podcast that said talked about this? Arian Foster talked about that. I think he was kidding, but a lot of people ran with it.
I think even if you gave script to MLB baseball players, they probably wouldn't be able to follow it the right way. So it's it'd be just a waste of time to try to give a MLB player a script.
Yeah, I get that. What do you do for Valentine's Day? And I'm not going to lie to you, speaking for myself, I don't really like the holiday, to be honest with you. What do you do? Do you get into it? Does she expect a lot on Valentine's Day?
No, my girlfriend doesn't expect much. She's not very high maintenance like that. But I always try to do something nice, nice dinner or something like that. What we usually try to do is kind of combined, and maybe this is more of me trying to combine it, but our quote unquote, I call it date anniversary, when we started dating was February 9th. And it's actually, we've been dating now 5 years. So I kind of tried to time it out perfectly to where we started dating around Valentine's Day, so I can knock out 2 dinners for the price of 1.
There it is.
So that's kind of me trying to be smart about it. But no, we'll probably order. We'll probably honestly order just some takeout because every place is going to be absolutely slammed, crowded in Jupiter. So probably just get takeout and maybe watch a movie and rest up and get ready for spring training tomorrow.
Maybe have the cat come over, serenade a little bit.
Yeah, the cat will come hang out with you guys. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
It'll be fun. Hey, man, I know everything gets busy tomorrow. Good luck to you. We'll touch base and go get him, bud.
Thank you. I'll see you guys.
All right,
see you, Kiz.
See you, brother. Andrew Knizner. Just a good dude. Just a good dude. Oh, man, oh, man.
See, even Major League Baseball players, I'm not going to call them cheap. That's just being reasonable. You combine 2, 1 dinner, knock it out.
Fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
That's right.
God almighty. Yeah, he's a good guy. Sorry, I was rattled because you know who always texts me during the show? So yesterday we had Russ Courtnall on, and we had this. So Andy chirped me yesterday, and I kind of didn't want it in there because I sounded like a jackass. Because somebody's like, hey, put money in this thing, and I forgot to do it. I didn't care about squares or something like that, and it was all like the alumni, and they're apparently chirping me, and I'm on the podcast yesterday. I'm like, tell them to all go F themselves, and I was just like going off.
No way you sounded like an ass.
And like, Andy just loves that, so I can, he can get me, and so I'm like, I told the producer, I go, just take that part out. Because I'm telling all these, and it's not, I don't need it. I say enough stupid things. I talk about everything. But of course, last night, he texted me right before I go to bed, you took that out. And I'm like, oh, whatever, ignore him. And now he's texting me during the show, and then he said, oh, I put it back in. And now I'm pissed at him. Like, if I want something out, take the damn thing out.
So you looked bad?
I just sounded like a jackass.
That's real,
But he
though.
loves it. No. But he loves that. Like, there's only so much he could really get me on unless I chirp myself. And he just wants that in there, so he kept it. Now I'm just rattled. Just rattled.
What are you going to do about it?
You know what I'm going to do? When he's in there, in that little studio,
Yeah.
I'm not going to let Nate go in there with him. And when he's in there, I'm going to bang on that damn glass when he's talking to people and be like, hey, hey. That's what I'm going to do. Because that's how it is when you text me when I'm hosting the show. Like, he didn't even think about it. I'm going to bang on that glass is what I'm going to do and torture him. Today's Tuesday? Oh, yeah, he's on today, isn't he, Nate? He's on with Timmy Peel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how I can wreck that thing.
Billy's in the corner
Good
saying, hey, is
Lord.
Andy single?
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Kiz is such a great guest. You could tell he's fully engaged and gives thoughtful and real answers, Wombat. Mm-hmm. He does.
Speaking of thoughtful and real answers, the Cardinals extend Mo yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
2025.
What's that mean? Just whatever? Is that just like, okay?
No lame duck season. That's
Just
it.
like whatever?
Keep it going.
Keep it going a little bit? Are people complaining about it?
People are going to complain about the GM of the Cardinals no matter what happens, but I don't think people are. I don't know. I don't know what the in-town
What's he
consensus
making?
is.
8?
Oh, no.
Okay. 4?
In baseball?
The vice president of ops for the Cardinals.
10?
Oh, no. No.
Where am I going here?
No,
Where am I going? 'Cause-
you're way lower. Lower.
Yeah.
Oh, he's making 14.
No, like, I'm saying maybe he makes
What?
$1.5 million.
What?
These salaries are very
Wait.
low.
It says
Army-
about $2 million.
Army? What's
year.
Army make? 4.5?
I don't know about that.
That would be.
Wait.
That would be.
Wait.
That
Let's
would be.
figure this out.
That would be surprising.
Let's figure it out.
It says he makes about $2 million a year, and he's fourth on the highest paid, according to MoneyInc.com.
For MLB GMs
for
or
for MLB.
vice presidents or whatever. I get confused.
He is the president,
He's the president.
Yeah.
Gersh is technically the GM.
general manager.
Okay. It just says top 5 highest paid GM. So like Cashman's on there, Mike Rizzo.
Theo made a ton back in the day, but that was kind of an outlier. What does Cashman make according to that? Seth?
He is at Cat just texted us. He's at about $3 million a year.
Cashman?
And he's supposed to be working.
Yeah.
$3 million?
What's Army make, dude? I want to see that.
Call him.
Army makes more than Mo?
I don't. You're saying that Army makes 4 a year.
I
I'm
thought
not.
he signed for, God, I could be way off and sound like a jackass again. Can't edit that out. I thought he was making good money.
Army would be making a lot more than half.
I thought
the team,
Army
wouldn't
makes
he?
more than Craig Berube. What's Berube make? 4?
I think around 2 for a big-time baseball president of baseball ops is definitely in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that checks out to me too.
Theo got paid because he just broke the curse with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And the Cubs paid him just a boatload to come over there.
And they gave him the keys to the whole ship, and he delivered. So it is what it is.
What's it saying over there, homie?
I'm struggling to find it. It's not giving me a price.
wonder-
Not to mention, the Cardinals have something in their back pocket that not too many other teams have, and that is the fact that almost every other GM in the country would love to come over and run the show for the Cardinals. So they don't exactly have to pay top dollar for their employees.
Gersh and Randy Flores got extensions in the fall just before they extended. So general manager and assistant GM. I'll be honest.
Doesn't say.
I get confused about who's doing what and how these responsibilities get broke out, because it feels like Mo does all the same things he did when he was GM still.
Yeah.
So I mean, it
Well, but I think if you look at it in terms of it allows for more people to grow in senior level positions, which opens up opportunities for them outside the organization. I mean, there's been a whole list of names that have moved on from the Cardinals to go run other teams. And so I think that's just where the business sort of went in about, I would say, like 10 years ago when this whole department of baseball operations really took ascent.
most second greatest GM Cardinals history. Branch Rickey's going to have to be number one. I mean, he established the whole
he started the
championship
whole thing.
Yeah, the whole championship ethic of the team came from him.
And the whole idea of a farm system came from.
Yeah.
Which is
Army's net worth is about 15 mil. This is what his 13th season with the Blues, so maybe a mil a year.
Why am I off on this?
Digital net worth, which I don't think is a site you can really put a ton of stock in, but they estimate Army's salary at $500K to $700K.
What the hell am I talking about? Maybe it was a 4-year deal for $4 million.
I'm not saying that's accurate, but I think
That would be seemingly accurate.
Well, I
Yeah,
would think
I mean-
that he'd be paid more than anybody.
okay, but the cap is around $80 million. It's not like hockey franchises have just tons of money to throw around. Some do.
I mean,
I
$4
know.
million bucks in hockey would be like Mo making starting pitching money for the
Yeah.
Cardinals. Like that's
Berube,
just
what's
not-
Berube making? 2.5, 3? I don't know. I've been off all damn day with that stuff. I am a mathematician.
Do we want Jimmy at 9 maybe when Maddie leaves?
Yeah, we'll do that. Isn't he supposed to be working?
This is work.
No, Jimmy.
Well, yeah, that's what we're saying. He is.
Oh, he is working.
Yeah, that's-
Jimmy.
What, he wants to be on every day
He
now?
wants to be on every day now? What's he talking about?